Introducing something a little bit different for you, the AK Cobra, in for a fully custom sound system. Enjoy. So this AK Cobra has actually been a little bit of a long journey. I actually quoted this quite a few, probably over a year ago now, maybe even longer than that. And we are now where we are. So this is actually still kind of stage one of stage two of this build. So the reason is because this vehicle is going underway an extensive bit of work. So obviously with the color that it is, this is not what you're going to see later on in today's video. You're going to see the finished results when it is back to us, but we're probably a few months on from there. So what this car is going to go through an absolute mega journey. It's already had the wheels fitted. The customer has done a lot of the work himself, but he's going to different specialists around the country to get this car exactly how he wants it. So it's got to go over to be painted, and then I'm not going to show you the exact color just yet because the reveal is going to be absolutely mega. I cannot wait to showcase that to you right at the very end of today's video. But there's an absolutely awesome engine underneath there, but the sound system is going to match. It's going to be absolutely incredible. This is basically the first fix. So we've got an Audison Voce three-way front end going in. We've got 2 amplifiers, a sub going in, full soundproofing. A lot of work is going in to getting this car where it needs to be. However, this is first fix because we're getting all the cables, doing all the fabrication. Then it will head over to trimmers that our client has selected. Then it will go over to paint, or whichever way around it goes. And then it will probably come back to us in, odds are, a few months' time. And that is where we'll join you guys back later on in this video, later on, once that is all complete. And then we will be finishing off the install with that second fix, getting the car tuned, and then you'll see the final results.
So stage one of the AK Cobra, what's it going to have? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. It's going to have the three-way front end, all from the Audison Voce series. It's got 2 amplifiers, 1 8-channel processor, and a mono amp for the 8-inch Hertz Media Legend sub. Now, you're probably thinking how we're going to get all this in. Well, everything is going to be custom built. The subwoofer, the amp rack, beauty panel. We've got door cards going in for the mids. We've got tweeter pods on top of the dash. We're going to have pods as well for the woofers down in the footwell. We are fabricating everything on this, so let's get started.
So stage one of the AK Cobra project is complete. Luke has done an absolutely mega job getting this car to where we need it to be. Full soundproofing on the inside. It's now also had all its fabrication work with those custom pods for the 3-inch mid-ranges, the Audison 6.5-inch drivers that are down in those footwells, which are actually a proper challenge to get into. But it's been really fun working on this project up until now. But it's one of those really weird things, finishing off a system, handing a car over to a client when it actually has no sound in it or any speakers. So this is just first fix. All our cables cables are laid in nicely, neatly, everything run, ready for the trimmers and the upholstery guys, whoever's doing the interior, to do their bit. Then it will go over to paint and get this car looking absolutely mega. And I cannot wait to showcase later on in today's video the stage 2 of this mega project.
It's back. What a difference this is already. Now, this looks absolutely unreal, so I can't wait to get this inside, get cracking on with it. Now, obviously, we've got full Voce range going on here, so we're gonna have the tweeters in the dash. Yes, they're not on axis, but this is how the customer wanted it. There will be some reflections off the window, so we don't need to worry about that. Plus, look at the size of these. This is gonna be one noisy car. Right, then in the doors, we've got the mid-ranges. Again, this is all from the Voce 1 series. And then we've also got the mid-basses, which are going down there somewhere. They're gonna be down somewhere here-ish. Then obviously over in the boot, everything's all been trimmed. This looks beautiful now. So I'm really looking forward to getting all this built up, get it tuned, get it all sounding absolutely spot on, and then this is just going to sound as good as the car looks, because to me this looks incredible. So I'm really excited to get going on this. So yeah, let's take it inside and then get started, I suppose. Right, so that's it, all done. Now, it was obviously, everything was pretty much done beforehand, like fabrication wise anyway. So it was just a case of connecting up all the XT connectors, obviously putting in the actual speakers themselves into its little pods on the dash and obviously in the boot. The hardest bit was the kick panel mid basses. They were, we called it Cobra Yoga. To get in there to get all that hooked up, but they sound mega as well. So yeah, it's all tuned. We've done a couple of presets for the customer. I think he'll be very happy. So yeah, let's pass it on to Ardal and he'll run through you the whole system.
So what an incredible journey this one's been. It's been a very long journey, but an absolutely phenomenal one for us. The car looked absolutely bonkers. And from where this client actually started it, this was actually, I think we first had the original discussions when he originally was kind of going through and starting off this project. I believe it was like 2019, so many years ago now. And then it's moved on and progressed. I think a year and a half ago or so, we did our first fix. Obviously, you saw earlier in today's video when the vehicle was just in primer. It didn't look half as stunning as this. So, I mean, a phenomenal car, but I mean, now is just a whole nother thing. But when the car first came in a couple of years back now, we went through and did what's called a first fix on an install. This client has been doing some bits himself, some bits outsourced to specialists that he selected and chose for example, like the paint, for the interior, for our audio. Went over to individual specialists, transported the vehicle all around the country to have the correct installers work on their vehicle, no matter what area it was, and specialists in that market. And he did quite a lot of due diligence, and he decided upon ourselves, and we haven't disappointed him. He's going to love this one. So obviously the original spec in one of these cars, obviously we're battling with these bad boys on either side of the vehicle and what is underneath that hood. So for all you YouTube haters out there, it's not the ideal solution for sound. We know that, client knows that. However, still wanted a system inside the vehicle that when he is driving, he will be able to hear. So what we've done on the vehicle is some really cool work. We've done some fabrication. Obviously, this is a bit of a combination between ourselves, the trimming company, the paint guys, all kind of communicating all through our client to create a really bespoke solution for our client to bring the car together so it's exactly how he needed it. We've got the Audison Voce lineup of tweeters on top of the dashboard. Then we've got the Audison Voce 3-inch in custom enclosures. These are really important because these have actually gone into the doors, and these are pretty much directed towards the driver as much as possible, with still remaining good access into the vehicle. Remember, these vehicles are incredibly tight inside here. So having everything kind of in your face isn't going to work too well. It's all about kind of blending in, matching in with the interior, but also it's about having an accessible system as well that you can get in and out of without damaging. So the Audison Voce 3-inch are going to be doing a hell of a lot of work in this system. They're the ones that are really directed towards the driver. Then we've got the Voce tweeters doing the clarity side. Inside, adding a little bit more depth further forward in the vehicle, which you can't see. They're right buried into the corner. And Luke had a little bit of fun trying to get these installed into the bottom sections because they're not the most accessible space, should we say. We've got the Audison Voce 6.5-inch mid-bass drivers into custom enclosures that are sat on either kick panel. So overall, a really cool system. We've also then in the boot area had a little bit of fun here. We've got the amplifiers on display. We've got 2 amplifiers in here. We've got the 8-channel, and then we've got the 1-channel. So the 8-channel is running a fully active front end with mid-basses bridged, which gives more power to them, just to add a little bit more depth towards the front end of the car. Then we've actually got the Hertzmüller Legend 8-inch sub in a custom enclosure, custom amp rack, all in the boot, all on display with a little bit of red lighting to match the rest of the vehicle. But over the moon with the finished result. Still got boot space of whatever was there originally. There's not much, but we've utilized kind of this space in here for the box. But I mean, overall, a really cool system. An incredibly cool car. I think that is the main part of this. It's been an absolute honor to work alongside this clone over the many years to get this product and get this car exactly how he wanted it with the audio side of things. We're now going to pull the car in. We're going to jump inside, have a listen to the final results of the system. So this is the part probably you've all been waiting for, the final result of the system. Obviously, we're going to be listening to the system. The way we're actually using a source unit on this car, the client didn't want anything on display in here in terms of like a head unit. So what we've done is integrated a Audison beacon into the amplification stage, which means we're streaming directly from our phone directly into the amplification stage. It's a higher bit rate, really cool little product. So we've got control over our phone, and then on the little DRC AC controller, which controls sub-level, as well as different EQs, as well as overall volume. So we're going to listen to a couple of tracks. You guys are gonna absolutely love this. It sounds amazing in here.
Just say a prayer for my city. Just say a prayer for my city. Believe in God to kneel down with me. Say a prayer for my city. Just say a prayer for my city. Say a prayer.
In my head, no one's invited. I get excited when nobody knows me. In my head, you're on the other
sounds absolutely unreal in here. Bear in mind that these cars are 100% not built for sound. It sounds incredible in here. I'm really happy with the final results. The way kind of everything is kind of pieced together in this install has been really nice. Obviously, it's been a long time coming. Obviously, you guys have seen from a couple of years back in today's video where it originally all started, and to where we are now is really nice to see. That the full build is near enough complete. He's still got a couple of bits to do to the car to make it kind of road ready, but once it is, I'm sure he's going to absolutely love this. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. I'll see you on the next one.